What happens if you keep pushing in your GCSEs? What happens if you give 100%? What happens if you stop holding back and thinking, oh, I don't need to revise too much, I'll revise later? What happens if you go in with a ruthless and merciless mentality into that exam hall and you just want to dominate your exams? You can do all of this and you still choose not to. You literally know what to do to get the best GCSE grades, you just don't want to do it. That's as simple as that. That's as simple as it gets. You know exactly what you need to do, and that is to keep pushing, keep going, don't stop, don't slow down, because if you slow down, if you stop, you will not get the grades. If you pause, for rest, if you give up or something, you won't get the grades that you want. The grades that you could have gotten are on the other side of the suffering, which you're choosing not to do, not to go through. If you don't want to accept the fact that you need to go through some sort of suffering to get some sort of grades no one else gets, then okay, accept that. Don't ask after, why did I not get these grades? I wanted these grades. Why did that not happen? You know exactly where you went wrong. You know exactly where you could go wrong. And that is to not keep going. That is to get your foot off the pedal for even a second. If you go all the way, what do you think is going to happen? You're not going to die. You're not going to get hurt. You're just going to feel a bit tired. You're going to feel a bit tired. You're going to be a bit drained. You're going to wake up the day after with the same amount of energy. If you're sleeping fine and you're eating fine, you're not dying. You're not going to get hurt. No one's going to hit you. No one's going to hit you with a weapon or something. No one's going to stab you or something. You're just doing some GCSEs. You're just doing some exams. The only suffering is in your brain. It's, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like revising. You want to get all nines in GCSEs and you still have that kind of mentality. How are you gonna get those grades? You just won't. If you can't accept the suffering, don't accept the grades either. If you accept the suffering, which most people will not, you will get the grades, which most people will not, and that is all nines, just as you wanted. There's no hack, there's no other way around it. There's no, oh, I'll do 2 hours every day and this will add up and I will get all nines. That's not how it works, because that does not require suffering, that has less friction. If you take the path of more friction with more suffering to go, which you have to go through, then less people are going to follow that path and less people are going to get the grades that you get. It's as simple as that. It's something which can only be seen from a different position. It's like you've climbed a mountain and only from the top can you see below how simple it is. The only struggle is that you still had to climb it. So climb that mountain, get to the top, keep on pushing. Dominate your GCSEs, dominate your exams. I shouldn't be having to tell this to you. You should know this. You should know. You do know, you just can't accept it. You just keep lying to yourself. You know that if you did go all the way, if you kept pushing, if you put 100%, if you really put 100%, not like 60, 70%, not, oh, I did the most effective technique, I did a Pomodoro, I did that for 3 weeks or something. That's not 100%. Most people will not do 100%. Most people will hold back. Most people will not want to sacrifice something. And there are a lot of sacrifices you need to make for this. And you have to accept that. Without this suffering, you don't have any value. If GCSEs were easy, would they have any value? If it was easy to get grade 9s, would there be any value? No, there'd be no value. There's no value behind getting all 9s if it's easy. The reason people don't get all 9s is because you need to go through suffering to get it. And that is what most people will not do. And I guarantee that if you actually put 100% when no one else does, you might not even know that no one else is going to, but most people will not. And almost sometimes you're in a position where no one else does as much as you, and suddenly you're in a position where you get the best grades out of everyone else, even without trying to, even without thinking in your brain, oh, I want the best grades out of everyone else. You just get that. You're just automatically given that just by going through more suffering. You know exactly what to do. You're just not willing to do it right now. So change your mindset and accept the obvious truth, the blaring truth right in front of you, that you're not putting in everything you can right now. So you are the only one to blame when exam results day comes around and you're wondering why you didn't get the grades you wanted. Start doing the work that you know you need to do. The work that other people will not be willing to do. Some of them will, but if you keep pushing, you get to a point where very few people are still pushing with you. It's like a race. Everyone near the front is still trying to win, but not everyone will win. You have to keep pushing. Push harder than everyone else. Push harder than you ever have before. Just go all the way. Go all in. That is the message for this video.